Hi, I'm Alan R. and welcome to MotorMatters, but I'm not alone today.
Lauren Smith, Ride and Drive and MotorMatters.
Yeah, sometimes one, sometimes the other.
Exactly.
I think you're getting confused, aren't you?
I'm telling you, it's boggling my brain. What can I say? Yeah.
Laurie,
Yes, bud.
we got the Ford Territory here for a change.
Yes.
Okay, now, I was on the launch, you know what, almost exactly a year ago, believe it or not. And I've had the mid-spec trend version on test in between.
There's three different derivatives, eh?
You're right. Ambiente, trend, and this is the titanium, which in Ford speak means top spec.
Yes,
right.
Correct.
So now look, what have we got here, pal? It's a medium-sized family SUV.
Yep.
Which, you know, Ford were crying out for some more in their range.
Yes, and affordable as well. Something affordable.
Affordable, right?
Affordable, yes.
Right. And they really needed that badly because they were sitting with Ranger and Everest.
That's it.
And then Puma, which is such a niche little, lekker little niche car, but a niche car.
But this one's got quite an interesting characteristic as to where it's made.
Aha, yeah, absolutely. But you know what? They don't want to emphasize this, they want to emphasize that.
Oh, okay.
Not where it's made.
Oh, okay.
It's the blue oval. And it's a true blue oval as far as they're concerned, and that's how they want.
But doesn't where it's made make it affordable?
Exactly. So they've melded the two together, brought the two factors and aspects together to bring you a family affordable.
Yeah, because a lot of Ford's models were made in India at one point.
Well, yeah, they were, but they closed that plant, you know.
Yes, they did, yeah.
Which is where the EcoSport, unfortunately, basically bit the dust. Now,
anyway, we digress.
Yeah. 19-inch alloy wheels.
Yeah, I must say it looks good. It's got a nice prominent front grille there.
Yeah. And obviously you've got
19-inch wheels, as you said.
Sort of thing up front.
Yeah.
Very interesting, not just the standard black cladding. Note you've got the sort of chromed cladding across there. Because
that's different.
The top spec, it's got keyless push button start. Do you want to do the space in the back seat, Bill?
Okay, let me hop in.
This driver's seat is set for me.
Wow, I can tell you now that this is a lot of space. Okay, height-wise, I'm about 5'9". Fine, I've got plenty of space at the top here, and my legs, I mean, they can fit a lounge suite in there.
Exactly. Well, it helps when it's in my driving position, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. But even so, there, I would be fine.
Correct.
So that's my driving seat that I was in, and I mean, it's perfect. Yeah.
And you got full leather trim, obviously, again, on the top.
Is this is this full leather?
Well, listen, leather, artificial leather, it's not cloth.
But it's got a nice little insert here as well. I quite like that. And you know what? This thing is solid. I mean, the Territory, it is really solid. It's got a nice sort of feel to it. It's, you know, it's got some heft.
Definitely. And being the titanium model, it's got spec. It looks the part.
Okay, I know what we're going to do now. Yeah. Are we moving to the rear of the vehicle?
Of course we are. What do you expect? Now, obviously, again, you get features like powered tailgates.
Yes.
Which you expect nowadays in the upper spec models, right?
It's got a decent sized boot.
Okay. No, well, we're gonna come to that now, aren't we?
Okay.
Yeah. Space saver spare wheel, but you know what? As long as you got a spare wheel, I'm happy. Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, what we're gonna do now is I'm not even going to take the board out, okay? Because the point is, geez, you know what?
I reckon maybe a 2.
This is a 2, Alan.
This is a 2.
It's 1.5 lorry, but a 2, Alan.
Yeah, for sure. At the moment, after the 2 launches that I had last week, maybe it's a 1.
Okay, lorry.
Yes, sir.
Under the bonnet. Now, this is becoming a common thing, and I like it.
Yeah.
There's one engine spec across the 3 models. Yeah. It's not that they differ in the engines and whatever.
Yeah.
So you got a 4-cylinder, 1.8 litre turbo petrol.
Okay.
138 kilowatts.
Yeah, that's enough.
Not bad. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's enough.
You know what? It's very much in the upper reaches of this category of car.
And we drove it just now. Yeah. It felt. I mean, this is I felt.
I felt
thin air.
Yeah, but the turbo makes up.
Yeah, it makes it a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so and you got a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Yeah, which is smooth, lekker gearbox.
Yeah, it felt smooth. I wasn't driving it, but it felt smooth.
But I mean, really, it's for this category of car, it's more than you want.
Yeah.
So they're the specs.
So what does it cost you to drive it away?
We'll come to that just now.
Oh, what are you going to do now?
Now we're going to check the inside.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and on the road, of course.
Okay, cool.
Out on the road, the Territory really makes makes a great case for itself, especially on a nice cruise out in the country like we're doing now. It's big, it's spacious, it's bigger than a lot of the opposition, a lot of other cars in this sort of category. And of course the 1.8 litre turbo petrol with 138 kilowatts is also up there on the power stakes as well. And it's a nice, easy, comfortable drive. You've got a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. This is titanium spec, so in other words, fully spec'd. Leather, panoramic sunroof, big infotainment screen, single piece glass for your instrumentation and infotainment, soft touch on the dashboard, ADAS, all the safety spec you want in the world. It's got all these things that you want and you need in a family vehicle. That's what makes it a real contender as far as I'm concerned. But it just is smooth, comfortable, relaxed. I'm showing 8.2 litres per 100 as an overall figure at the moment, which is really in the ballpark of what you expect and what I know is the kind of figure that this car is capable of. So it does that nicely as well. And just generally, it's one of those family SUVs that just feels like it adds a tiny little dollop of fun to the driving experience. It's not one of the boring ones, gonna call it that, as you sometimes get in a category of this type. So Ford, I think, have got a good recipe over here. You know, spec level is entirely up to you. Obviously, you've got your choice Ambiente, Trend, and Titanium, and the price differs, but the spec differs. So it depends where you want to be with it. But just, it's a good package as far as I'm concerned. Maybe a touch heavier on fuel than some opposition, but I don't think it actually matters in any way whatsoever. And just, it's a good, nice feeling to it. And of course, Ford badge still carries lots of credibility in the marketplace. Jumping in behind the wheel, you've got this full, solid one-piece glass, as they call it, instrumentation wheel across the front. But what you want to know is, of course, there. We've done 297 Ks, 8.2 litres per 100. Now, that's not incredible, but it's fair enough, Laurie. It's not bad for a car of this size, comfort,
no, I was
power,
going to say, for this size, right? It's actually all right.
Yeah.
Right?
And then, of course, because it's the titanium, it gives you all the ADAS, as they call it. So you've got active cruise control, you've got lane keep, you've got all those things those are exclusive.
But this really looks good.
To the titanium model.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So just keep in mind, that's what is important as to spec differences, purely talking the difference in spec on the different models. Laurie, you enamored with the screen, hey?
Absolutely. Yeah. It really looks beautiful. It sort of fits in so functionally with everything here. I mean, look at this beautiful... I love this little insert. It doesn't look faux at all. It is. It's faux, but I mean, it doesn't look, you know, cheap and nasty.
Also, like a soft touch over there, over there. Now, the screen, let's just go back to the screen, because what is important is the reverse camera.
Yeah.
Okay, with PDCs front and back as well over there. So you've got that. I've said to you, I'm not going to spend time, but you've got all your ADAS, you've got everything you want.
Close to hand.
You've got everything on the screen as well that you could ever want. Look at that. I mean, but look, that is what you expect these days.
Absolutely, you do.
Nice feature is the fact that your aircon controls have got buttons, not only on the screen. We
also
always
close to
discuss
hand.
that right there. And now, an important factor, you're taller than me. One of the things I find with certain cars is my reach to the screen. This is not bad. But not you. You've got longer arms than me. But you see that I can reach the screen, which is important. There are certain test cars I drive where I've got to lean forward in my seat. I don't like that. You've got an inductive charging pad on there.
Inductive charging, okay. That's good.
Nice little feature is the fact you've got this rotary gear knob. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's subjective. You know, some people like them, some don't. But it looks nice.
And this is a feature. A volume knob for the sound system.
Oh, great.
Okay. A proper knob.
You know, you are always looking for those things on the screens.
Exactly.
It's a pain. You just go, and off you go.
It's there. It's nice. I like that. Okay. Nice. And you've got, obviously, your other buttons. Electronic parking brake, switch out the stop start. Things like you
lots of storage
extra barnacles. And you've also got. Did you notice the double decker?
I did.
Center console.
I did see that. That's really cool.
And your USBs are down there.
So that's what you want to get.
Oh, they're easily accessible then.
Very. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're there. And look, here's the cable.
Okay. There
So
you
it's nice and easy, okay? Stitching. Yeah. Look, it is the top spec model. I keep repeating that. You've got 6 airbags. You've got all those kind of things, okay? Now, you also got a panoramic roof on the titanium.
Standard
On the titanium, yeah.
Okay.
So the bottom line here is not would you buy a Territory. It's which one would you buy. Now I'll tell you prices, okay?
Okay.
$590 for the Ambiente. $646 for the Trend. And $721 for the titanium.
Which one would you buy?
I'm going to say to you an interesting answer. Personally, and Ford, don't get upset with me, I would discount the Trend. For the simple reason that for 10% difference, I would want the extra spec on the titanium.
Yeah.
But if I can't go there, I would then go $590 for the Ambiente and at least get the engine, the gearbox, the power, everything else, and the space.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So that's why I discount the middle model, if that makes any sense to you at all.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm always going on about safety.
Yep.
So I would prefer this one. But if I can't afford it, I'd rather save 130,000 Rand. Now that's talking, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And just go Ambiente.
Yeah, that's some tin.
Yeah, so that's my answer to you on that one.
Right.
But I would be very happy with any of them mechanically drive-wise.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. What do you think?
No, very nice offering.
So, you know what? As I always say in my videos, if you're in this market category, don't forget to put this on your shortlist.
Yeah.
To go and drive one and see for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's got the Ford badge.
Got the Ford badge.
Yeah. And it's an affordable Ford.
It is. It's an affordable Ford. And you know what? They've got dealer footprint. Can't go wrong.
Exactly. Hey, for MotorMatters,
Lawrence Smith.
He's Laurie Smith. I'm Eleanor.
Cheers.
You may just see both of us next time.